You guys, you say you want this good, beautiful, attractive, feminine woman. And I understand that. You want a woman that's going to raise your children, stay at home with your children, be a traditional wife. Well, what are you? Go look in the mirror and ask yourself, excuse me, first off, would you date you? Second, ask yourself why a woman like that would want anything to do with you. What is your answer? A woman is born with her beauty, and that's what she has to work with. She can build her personality and make the most out of her beauty and take care of herself. What do you have to work with? What can you do to make yourself the kind of man that that woman would want to be with? Excuse me. I've been talking a lot today. I was talking to my son. That's what I'm talking about. So many of you want this perfect woman, but yet you're not perfecting yourself. Of course, none of us are going to be perfect. But as I said, take a look in the mirror. And I'm not telling you to cut yourself down, but ask yourself what you can improve about you. Are you the kind of man that that woman would want? And if not, what do you need to do to make yourself into that kind of man? Are you working? Do you have your own place? Do you have your own car? Are you in a lot of debt? Or do you have some assets? What do you have to offer her in the way of security? Are you physically fit? Can you fight? Can you protect her if something should happen? The police can't always be there. Are you understanding? Can you listen to her without arguing with her? Can you control your emotional nature? These are all things that women are attracted to. These are things women want. They want a strong man, not necessarily a big muscular man, but a man who has inner strength, a man who can lead, a man who they can trust with their feelings, a man who they can trust with their children, a man who they can trust with their body. Are you that man? If you're not, don't feel too bad, because you can become that man. What do they say, like 20% of the men are getting 80% of the girls? If you're in that 80% that's not getting the women, you can change yourself and become the kind of man that the kind of woman you want desires. But you have to do the work. Or you can be like a lot of guys and sit around and talk about how bad women are. Well, women are women and men are men. And there's some women that sit around and talk about how bad men are. But that certainly doesn't get them a good man, and that certainly won't get you a good woman. You need to change. They don't need to change. Obviously, women make mistakes, and there are some women who do bad things. But on the other hand, there are men who make mistakes and men who do bad things also. So that's the reality. The question is, what do you want? Are you willing to step out of that reality and create yourself to step into the reality you desire? And it all begins with you. You changing you. You're never going to change women. You're never going to change anyone else. But guess what? You can change you. I like what Gandhi said, Mahatma Gandhi. If you want to change the world, begin with yourself. And that's what you must do. If you're not going to the gym, or you don't have one of those extremely physical jobs that keeps you in shape, you need to do that. Take care of yourself. Are you drinking too much, or doing too many drugs, too much weed? That kills your motivation. You can stop that. There are 12-step programs that can help you if you can't do it yourself. Mini groups, or get some therapy, or go to a doctor. They can guide you to where you need to go. Do you think a woman wants a man that comes home every night, sits on the couch, drinks beer, gets high, and watches TV? No. It may be fun when you guys are going out, but once you get together and get married, she's going to get bored of that pretty quick, because you're not doing anything with your life. Do you have goals? Do you have dreams? Do you have a vision? A woman wants to follow a man who's going somewhere. She wants to encourage a man who's going somewhere. She wants to be proud of her man. She wants a man she can admire. If you're not that man, you can become that man. First, set a goal, have a dream, have a vision, and pursue that with your whole heart. It's not about chasing women. It's about the women who will see you and be attracted to you because you have something going on besides chasing women. So many men think if they just meet the right woman, their life will be perfect. Well, your life's never going to be perfect. And I used to go to a church where the pastor said, how did he put this? Yeah, if you want a woman, you get a woman, double the trouble. That's not quite what it was, but something like that. Yeah, more problems because you got two people trying to learn how to live together. If you get the wrong woman, because you're the wrong man and you attracted her, she will drag you down and you will lose everything. But if you get the right woman, she will build you up and help you to become the man that you couldn't become without her. You can be different. You can make yourself into the man that you want to be. And that's the first step. Write down a list of everything about you that you like. And on the other side of that, everything about you that you don't like. Start working on those things that you don't like. Let's say I don't like that my belly sticks out. I got a beer belly, okay? What can I do about that? Well, I can cut back on my beer, start doing setups. There you go. I don't have any goals. I feel listless. I'm depressed. Think about something you've always wanted to do and start working toward that. Whatever that may be. And don't listen to that voice that says, you can't do this. You don't have enough money. You better wait until this, until that, until someday. Someday I'll. So many people live on someday I'll. And they never do anything because they're on someday I'll do this. Someday I'll do that. And they just put it off in the future and the future never comes and they never do it. And they live a life of quiet desperation. Do you think a woman, the kind of woman that you want, is going to be attracted to a man who lives on someday I'll? Dreams and dreams, but never takes action toward his dreams. I am a firm believer in the law of attraction, the secret, faith. According to your faith be it unto you. As you believe in your heart, so it is done unto you. But when you believe something, you'll get intuitive actions, guidance from God to take action. That's your part. You have to cooperate. The biggest challenge I have when I get up every day is to let go and allow myself to be led by God. Now, whatever that means to you, I'm not a religious person, but whatever that means to you, I have to stay out of the way. I have to cooperate. When I get that intuitive nudge or that guidance, I have to take action, and usually you have to step through some fear to take advantage of the opportunity which is laid before you. So that's your part, facing that fear and doubt, anxiety, and all these things that we have a pill for today. This is part of life. How boring would it be if I didn't have some nervousness before I fought? Or if I didn't have nervousness before I spoke in front of people? I did a webinar here about 2 weeks ago, hundreds of people all over the world. Was I nervous? Hell yes, I was. About the day before, the morning before I did, I was thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm not getting paid for this. Well, I'm doing it because that's what I love to do. I love to help people. I love to encourage people. I love to pass on what was so freely passed on to me. What if no one would have taught me anything? I had an old friend. He's passed on now. His name was Larry Langnecker. Him and I did a lot of partying together. He was old. Excuse me. He was older than I. Just got back from Vietnam. And a lot of people would have said he was a bad influence on me. Wish I had some water. I'll make it. But that man made me feel like I was important. At a time when I didn't feel very important, I was 14 or 15. He treated me with respect, the same as if I was the most important person in the world. He made a difference in my life. And one time, years later, I think after he passed away, I was standing in a group of people and a woman happened to say, "Yeah, I remember Larry. What a waste of life." And I thought, you have no idea the difference he made in my life and the difference he made in many people's lives. He was the kind of guy that would do anything for you. Give you the shirt off his back. He was. He probably gave me his shirt a couple times if I was cold. I don't remember, but he looked out for me, he took care of me, and he helped me. Like I said, at a time when I felt like nobody cared about me. He was a good friend, and I miss him, and I'm glad he was here. So remember, you can make a difference, you can be different, you can have what you want in life, but you have to become first. You have to be worthy or be deserving of what you want. The word deserve comes from a Latin word, which means of the service. What kind of service are you providing? What kind of service can you provide to a woman should she desire to be with you? What kind of service can you provide for your children should she decide to have children with you? You have to make yourself worthy. So when you look in the mirror, you like what you see and you know that you are someone that type of woman you want would like to be with. There should be no doubt when you look at yourself of that fact. And when you get to that point, you won't have to chase that woman. She will just come into your life. But you'll have to take that step and say hello. That part's up to you. Leave the rest up to God. Take care. If you'd like to get my help personally, MarksInspiration.com is my website. Huge discounts on consultations in the month of February because I am not too busy in my other company right now. So email me, MarksInspirationalGuidance@gmail.com. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Join us this Saturday night on the Power Is Within podcast. See ya.